Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте, YouTube. Мы тут это решили начать из дому, с хаты нашей девушки. Ам, Рассказываю коротко, что произошло после того, как я остановила запись в прошлый раз. Мне все не давал покоя вот этот вот момент, что у нас монетная стража, она подозрительность. И я такая сижу и думаю. У нас была ситуация с Хикметом. Когда мы пришли туда, оказалось, нас там ждет куча квестов, и как раз эти квесты позволили, значит, с мостовым альянсом дружбу задружить. Я такая сижу и думаю, мы никакие квесты не заваливали, с стражей особо не ругались. С тем же Куртом, как выяснилось, мы, так как дружили, он нас не предавал тогда, когда был бунт, и у нас все хорошо. Я такая думаю, а не забежать ли мне чисто хохма ради проверить в помещение стражи, значит, во всех городах. Ну и, естественно, я решила с новой сирены. Ну и что вы думаете? Захожу я, а там включается анимейшн. То есть там дается новый кусок квеста. Это нигде не было не сказано. Не то, что надо куда-то сходить, не то, что надо там, типа, из серии, ну, заглядывай к нам, ты заходи, если что. Ничего не было. И в итоге, по ходу дела, что именно... да, все кричат, все орут. В итоге получается, что мы могли сейчас... Дядь, давай-ка ты уйдешь. Пропустить, по сути дела, именно кусок квеста с стражей. Товарищи разработчики, конечно, молодцы. Но... То есть это у нас получается уже второй факап. То есть вот, чел, видите, с восклицательным знаком. Это квест.
Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out. No, thank you.
И вот нас темная сторона стражи. Квест, который нам позволит явно поднять отношения со стражей. Я единственно думаю, может быть, нам стоит взять Курта на это мероприятие. Все-таки он стража, поэтому... Сегодня, скорее всего, стримчик будет короткий. Мы пройдем именно вот эту вот квестовую часть. Так, давай мы уберем... Мы поставим Курта. И, наверное, поставим Петроса, потому что он нам дает харизму. То есть мы пройдем именно мостовую, сколько потребуется, и уже там, судя по тому, что я посмотрела, вот эти глубины безумия. И это уже фактически там осталось пара глав мелких, и будет завершение. Что за нах допустили? Да вот такой нах. Я говорю, что я понимаю, возможно, предполагалось, что мы типа будем туда-сюда мотаться, но хотя бы, чтобы была ситуация, типа, если мы переносимся в одну из резиденций, чтобы Курт такой, типа, хе-хей, может, нам стоит заглянуть. То есть, ну, даже если вы напрямую не даете квест, но вы должны как бы намекнуть, что, может, там, типа, стоит пойти, зайти, посмотреть. Золотые монеты. Там с трактирщиком. Окей. То есть это было бы просто логично. Но получается, это уже второй раз, когда они так факапят. И, в общем-то... Что за музыка странная? Так, чел, что ты хочешь?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Причем, в принципе, если так разобраться, то даже вот эти квесты персональные, они тоже не очевидно раздавались, да, но тут хотя бы ты стоишь рядом с людьми, и ты можешь просто прощелкать, если у кого поговорить. А тут получается, как бы, что на карте ничего нет. То есть, чтобы увидеть, что у чувака квест, это я должна в каждый, дом заглянуть. Это как-то оверперебор. Ну, ладно. Как говорится, главное, что мы в итоге не пропустили. Потому что чуется мне, судя по тому, что я посмотрела...
Customs officer Alric. What can I do for you?
Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I have been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly, without a prior formal order.
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records?
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest, but I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met, or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late, and counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Ulrich. So I think it is necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we can find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
Scatterbrain. Так, ну, нам надо с таможенником, судя по всему, поговорить. Второй уровень взломов мы, в принципе, могем. By the way.
So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
Так, показать серебряную монету, продолжить поиски, предложить деньги. Ладно. Альрик, ждем тебя ночью на каменоломне у северных ворот. Постарайся объяснить, почему ты допустил столько ошибок во время недавней операции. Будет очень обидно, если придется тебя наказать. У тебя такие милые детки, Эгон. Так, погоди. Эгон. Это у нас... Не вижу. Ладно.
So, were you satisfied with your inspection, sire?
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon.
Yes, madam. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
Так, северные ворота это у нас... Ага, в той стороне, понятно. С Эгоном мы, получается, не встречались, да, еще? Раз у нас...
there you are. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
Ну, ты молодец.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Alric? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Alric. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
To my health, and death to the others!
Так. Получается, у нас сейчас этот, да? Да, этого уже усандалили. Так, ладно. Не люблю я вот это вот. Они вот здесь встречаются, да?
My friend.
Sir,
But you know,
I didn't have a...
it's a someone smart. As for me,
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
Regret ever going against the guard.
I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless.
Так, надо посмотреть.
This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon
I don't
gave
want to
Alric
die.
managed to loosen his
Help!
tongue.
The assassin!
Чё ты режешь? Так, догнать Эгена. А, понятно. Ну, это мы... Так, золотые монеты. Так. Золотые монеты. Так, где у нас там подъем? Алкоголь, значит, сон.
Greetings! Do you want to travel without tiring yourself out? My caravan goes through all the cities. So, where should I drop you?
Хикмет давай.
Let's go!
Так просто быстрее. Не знаю. Спасите, убивает. А, уже, да, все. Так. Куда там нам надо? Ага.
These islanders are drunk. And these guards don't look that official. I think we found where all the alcohol reserves on the island end up.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry, but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah. We'll soon see about that.
Так, погодим. Погодим. Так, то есть, может быть, можно опять стелсом? Я и тут, кстати, веселилась. Карн начал играть вторую Dishonored. Я как раз включила, когда он пытался в стелс. Это было очень весело.
These islanders are drunk.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
I see. Thanks for the advice.
Так. Неохота просто драться с этими ушлепанными. Люмпины, блин, недоделанные.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Ти-ти-ти-ти-ти-ти. Так, ладно, сейчас подожди. Надо загрузиться, а то что-то как-то у меня застряло. Причем самое смешное, это я видела вот самое-самое начало, когда Корва только из города выбирается без возможностей.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
Самое смешное, он пытался идти напролом. А там есть обход через бар.
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon, and you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows awaits you unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
Мгм. Можно было вот здесь пройти. Просто Dishonored второй, правда, я не так хорошо знаю в плане расположения, а вот первый я просто как-то с закрытыми глазами могу проползти, и знаю все нычки, все ходы. Вот, а что... Вот, с одной стороны, мне бы, конечно, хотелось продолжения Dishonored. С другой стороны, я понимаю, что это может быть не лучший вариант. Как бы вторую часть они все-таки смогли уровень выдержать, а вот, например, уже с DLC-шкой она мне не очень зашла. Я могу понять, почему они отказались от системы хаоса именно в DLC-шке, но самая крутость именно Dishonored была всегда именно в том, что как бы все твои поступки, все твои деяния, они все имеют последствия. А здесь получалось как бы, что никаких последствий нет. Так, я не туда бегу, да? Я говорю, то есть, с одной стороны, хочется хорошего такого вот стелса, хочется вернуться в эту историю, в этот мир, в этот лор, но, конечно, опасность того, что может, как бы, все может испортиться, это слишком велика.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Buren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We are no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.
Так, ладно. И у нас уже симпатия. Как я и подозревала, что не хватало вот этого вот квеста. Так, сейчас сейчас мы... А, вот и Кря на стриме. Сейчас мы возьмем вместо... Да, это я. Вместо... Господи, Петруса сейчас возьмем тогда нашего любимого Васка. Замечательные постельные сцены прошлого стрима все еще перед моими глазами. Так. Значит, Петрус убираем. Берем Васка. Грег, иди сюда. Иди ко мне. Да, Кря? Что ты опять орешь? Что? Иди. Кудахтас. Ну чего? Так.
One armor that fits you like a glove. We'll make it for you.
Сцена была шикарнейшая, я считаю. Просто на все 100%. Так.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral, but Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men? Remarkable. We will not deal with the guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell him, Admiral, and know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she's putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
At the same time, she has something to be mad about. This is the first time in our history that anyone has dared to attack our ships.
Так. Что нам надо? Куда нам надо? Ага, Сан-Матеас. Так, стоп, нам тогда проще здесь. Ди-ди-ди-ди-ди. Переместиться. Резиденция. Кстати, был сегодня стрим геншинский. Анонсировали, соответственно, 3-3. То есть первый это странник Ита, ну, то есть Скоромушка. И там еще новая девочка. Вот. И, значит, анонсировали всякие ивенты. В том числе в одном из ивентов будет наш ненаглядный арканоид. А, и еще будет введена типа карточная игра. Такая а-ля Гвинт. В общем, я сижу, китайцы сейчас собираются, видимо, все, что плохо лежит. Все привнести в Геншин. Так, куда там нам надо сейчас? Вот сюда, потом сюда, потом сюда, сюда, сюда. Ага, вот сюда. Отлично.
And what can I do for you?
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit, and I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the guard.
Да, я потом скину ссылочку, чтобы ты посмотрел, как это будет выглядеть.
I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops, while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they are honorable?
I won't vouch for them if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them.
В общем, весело, весело. Встретим Новый год. Так, нам наверх? Да, нам наверх. Тун-дун-дун-дун-дун. Так. Ага. Тут даже еще и не гуляли.
Hello. I am...
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation, right? Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Ermelind at your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. This is very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it. Farewell, Lieutenant.
Так.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Franz, and I'm prepared to help you. Don't forget the church tonight.
Ага. Церковь сегодня ночью. Окей. Сейчас мы пойдем.
Hello, Lieutenant. Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
Lieutenant Klaus, what can I do for you, Your Excellency?
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Nort ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Nort ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. Well, in that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, Lieutenant.
Так, и еще один Она, знаешь, они как-то хотят ее сделать. То есть, ну, во-первых, она не будет ну, не на постоянке, как они там сказали, там, что можно будет играться между друг другом, но это будет, типа, не обязательно, за это никакие там плюшки давать не будут. Да. Вот. Что будут игры с неписюками, и типа, что если что, эту игру можно будет из игры удалить. То есть это типа надбавка.
Hello, Lieutenant. My name is Desardet.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
I am conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship the Trident. We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy, or we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that seems most logical to me.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant. The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we were lucky to have come across him.
Слишком уж лаки. Подозреваю, что там засада. Мы, блин, эту летающую хреномастию забодали, так что, как говорится, нам не страшно, серый волк. Так, здесь у нас ничего нету. Здесь у нас ничего нету, ладно. Так, нам надо будет к церкви, да? Где выход-то, елки? Кстати, недалеко будет от места, где мы живем. Так, ночь. No, dude.
Here you are. I wasn't sure you'd come. That will be understandable. It's better to be wary with Egon.
What do you know about this organization?
More than I would like. I'm part of it. Now ask me any questions you want. We don't have much time.
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to talk to me?
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their power. I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions, but I found myself involved in a sordid business with the young islanders. We capture them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in brothels. I participated for a long time, without batting an eye, but I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders, and the horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen to her.
Who took possession of the ship, and for what purpose?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's organization. The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the mainland. Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the holds. Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Nauts, but also your attention. Egon would never have made such a mistake, and they'll make the fool who did suffer dearly.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this organization?
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior, never the one above. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
And who gives you your orders?
Lieutenant Ermelin, that woman is ruthless. After the business with the ship, she decided to make a clean sweep, probably to avoid the wrath of Egon. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid leaving any trace. My friend is among them.
Ага,
If I
хорошо.
can't find a way to stop Ermelind, she will die.
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the outskirts of town.
Is it well guarded?
No, numbers are small to avoid arousing suspicion. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people, it'll be a very different story.
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens, by getting rid of the guards. When Ermelind and her soldiers come, we will use the element of surprise to neutralize them.
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure you'll be able to face them?
We could ask for help from one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors, for example.
Do you think they would?
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free them.
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelin will take action any moment now.
I'll go get help in Vedlug as soon as possible and take care of the operation.
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelin's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedlug.
Yes, Storm Warriors will be a good asset.
Так, если ведлог, то тогда надо будет... Так, что там? Напасть и освободить. Надо брать Сиору. Место, наверное, Ласка. Или Курта брать. Освободить пленников. Часик.
What do you seek?
I have come to ask for your help, Deirdre. A group of guards captured young natives and turned them into slaves. But now they want to get rid of them to avoid drawing attention to themselves. I want to free them and stop these guards. But we will need support from warriors.
Who's to say this is not a trap?
These prisoners are to become slaves in the cities and on the continent. They would be far from their land, forced to obey the orders of the Renaigse, no matter what they are. Treated as objects instead of people.
The Renaigse consider everything as objects. Trees, animals, even people. I'll help you catch those monsters. And I hope they'll be treated like objects too.
The prisoners are in a former logging facility near San Mateus.
I know where it is. The Renaigse massacred the forest there.
We will get rid of the guards there and release the prisoners. But if any soldiers are sent to kill them thereafter, can we rely on you to intervene?
I will send you my 2 best warriors. I can't give you any more right now. They will find you where the forest has suffered. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Well, seg.